Regina George just turned Pumbaa into bacon. Send Help, directed by Sam Raimi, the guy that gave us the Evil Dead trilogy, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy, Drag Me to Hell, and even Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. This is him going back to what he does best, horror. So, Send Help tells the story of Linda Lissell, played by Rachel McAdams, Regina George herself, and she is not really thriving at her job. And her boss, played by Dylan O'Brien, wants her fired on day one. He completely undervalues her, but when she goes on a business trip with him by aeroplane, the plane crashes in a violent storm, and the two of them being the only survivors of the crash on a tropical uninhabited island, and the tables are flipped and turned. She is now the boss of him, and she shows him the ways of surviving out in the jungle. And the two form a unlikely romance slash rivalry to the point where you're gripped. Who is are they gonna make it off the island, or are they gonna stay here forever, and who's gonna turn on one another? Special shout out and thanks to my lovely neighbour Olivia for seeing this movie with me yesterday on the super screen, and this is my first proper review of a 2026 movie release. At last we are getting to the bigger movie releases this year. This is the only January release I gave a damn about, as didn't give a flying monkeys about Shelter. Jason Statham just does the exact same thing. His action movies released in January are getting tired now. But Send Help, a horror directed by Sam Raimi, starring Rachel McAdams, one of my favourite actresses. I am in. I'm sold, and Send Help is a stellar and superb way to kick off the cinema for 2026. I freaking loved it, and this is Sam Raimi's best movie since Drag Me to Hell. I think it is that's terrific. It's so much better than his previous movie, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, which was decent, but not great. And what makes Send Help a highly original and gripping take on the horror genre is you have a movie set up that's like Lord of the Flies and Madagascar rated R, with a woman and a man, that depend on one another for their survival, which gives us Naked and Afraid vibes too. But instead of zombies this time, which is what Sam Raimi has done in the past, this horror is more survival horror, in which the either of the two leads could kill one another at any moment. The tension is that high the entire time, and you still get strong bloody violence and gore to the max. Don't get me wrong, but the film doesn't overdo that, and it does give you time, these characters time to breathe, and it does give you time to care about our lead protagonist and Linda Little, who is now one of my favourite movie protagonists in so long. This is one of Rachel McAdams' top 3 greatest roles. I mean, yeah, she is flawless as Linda Little. This is why Rachel is one of my favourite working actresses today, and she has such a charisma that radiates on screen. And Linda, she's witty, she's hardcore, and she's perfectly comfortable with being her own person. In her backstory, you find out her husband was awful to her, so she rightly took matters into her own hands, saved herself and chose herself, and left him for good. And she's happy living in her home with her pet parrot, which is adorable. And also, this movie will make you want a tuna sandwich, particularly after seeing her bring a tuna sandwich in to work. And I loved Dylan O'Brien in Taylor Swift's All Too Well, and here he plays a way more complex and dodgier character. He plays a real control freak as Linda's boss, but he is no longer the boss of her once they get to the island. Bam, she is thriving and he is not. And just when you think he betrays her, she always gets him back. So he goes to show how much he underestimates her. And this movie would have fallen apart if the two leads did not have any chemistry, but that isn't the case here. Their chemistry shines on screen, and they carry the movie extremely well because the other supporting cast are barely in it. Dylan O'Brien's fiance, she's in like 2 to 3 scenes, but you completely get Linda's motivation for never wanting to leave the island, as she's perfectly comfortable living out here. She knows how to survive. She knows how to hunt the pigs and get fruit and build shelters and find clean water. And the island itself is a savage, but absolutely stunning at the same time. And the pig hunting scene is one of the most thrilling in the film, as is the plane crash. The ending fight and climax it is a bloodbath, and it ends in not the way you expect, but in the way that you crave. Yeah, spoiler alert, Linda gets the happy ending and overpowers her boss, and also it's wonderful to hear Danny Elfman compose the score. Danny Elfman rarely misses, and him and Sam Raimi are together are a match made in heaven. And also, this movie makes a great use of the classic song One Way or Another by Blondie. Way better than Hocus Pocus 2, I might add. So overall, Send Help is a absolute must-see and a Sam Raimi classic. This and Spider-Man 2002 and Drag Me to Hell are peak Sam Raimi. And with this and Avatar Fire and Ash, 20th Century Fox are on fire right now. I mean, we'll see if Devil Wears Prada 2 can live up to this in May.
I give Send Help 5 stars out of 5. Best movie ever.
So Sam Raimi from now on, just to stick to horror, because you are clearly slicker and better at that than the superhero genre. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on Send Help? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I review a Wuthering Heights later in this week, as it is literally releasing this Valentine's Day weekend. And I will also get to reviewing, when I can, Emerald Fennell's other films in her filmography, Promising Young Woman and Saltburn. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.